students, now we shall consider another case, that is, instead of a flat plate, flat moving plate, if suppose there is flat curved plate. Okay, so in this the only change is the jet is diverted in the backward direction. Instead of a flat plate, it is diverted in the backward direction. So as far as the mass flux is concerned, the relative velocity has to be considered, that is v minus u. So if you look at the equation, in the direction of x, the force is Fx, that is equal to mass per unit time, that is rho into a into v minus u, and the change in velocity. Now here the change in velocity is calculated as, at point number 1 the velocity is v minus u, that is relative velocity, but it is in the same direction x. But at point number 2 the velocity is again relative velocity but in the backward direction, and its component in x direction is v minus u cos theta. So here inside the bracket it should have been one more minus actually. So minus of minus component becomes plus, and finally the force becomes Fx is equal to rho a v minus u, inside the bracket v minus u cos theta, and the simplification becomes inside the bracket 1 plus cos theta. Okay, so this is the force equation. How to find out work done per second? Force multiplied by the velocity of moving object, that is plate, and plate moves with velocity u. Therefore work done per second is Fx into u. Equation becomes rho a v minus u square 1 plus cos theta into u. Now we can find out for this mechanism the efficiency. What is efficiency? It is output divided by input. So whatever work done already we have calculated, it is actually output. Okay, so this output, if we divide by input, then we get efficiency. What is input? Input is input given by the jet. The jet has got kinetic energy. So kinetic energy per unit time is the input power. How to find out it? Kinetic energy is half mv square divided by time is per second. Therefore it comes out to be half multiplied by mass upon time multiplied by velocity square. Velocity of jet will have to take. Mass upon time is nothing but mass flux, that is rho into a into v. Therefore we now find out the expression for input as half multiplied by rho av multiplied by v square, that is equal to half rho av cube. So we know the output energy, input energy, so we can find out the efficiency. So the two expressions division we have taken. In the numerator it is rho a v minus u square 1 plus cos theta into u, that is output divided by input, and finally we get the efficiency equation like this. Now we shall come to the actual practical case, because only single plate moving is not give the solution. What exactly is required? If suppose there are number of such plates and those are mounted on a wheel, that wheel is called undershot wheel. When this wheel is this jet is striking to the wheel starts rotating. So this is the actual concept of the conversion of hydraulic energy into mechanical energy of wheel. Now in this undershot wheel, where number of flat plates are mounted, we can see a sketch here. The jet strikes at the plate, number of plates, as if the plate is stationary at one position. Okay, you can imagine number of plates are there, one plate moves, another plate comes in the same position, and the initial jet position with respect to plate remains as it is. Therefore only small change is done here in calculating mass flux. You can see here that change, that mass flux in this case, where number of plates are mounted on a wheel and the plates are moving, is equal to rho into a into v, because actually if the plate is moving, still one plate is as if stationary at one place and jet is striking. One by one number of plates are coming at the same position. So mass flux is slightly calculated with some modification, that is rho into a into v, not like the previous case. But as the plates are moving, inside the bracket when we find out the change in velocity, there we have to consider the relative velocity concept. That is, in this case, the relative velocity at point number 1 is v minus u, at point number 2 it is 0. Why 0? Because the component of the velocity when it leaves the plate in the direction of jet comes out to be 0. Therefore, the equation of force in this case, that is number of plates moving on, mounted on a wheel, and all the plates are moving, rotating. It comes up to rho into A into V minus U. What is work done? Force multiplied by velocity, work done per second. Okay, so multiplied by U with the force equation. Now input energy per unit time already we know, that is half rho A V cube. It is written here. Therefore, the efficiency is output divided by input. Final equation of efficiency we can see here. It is 2 times V minus U into U divided by V square. Okay. Now we can find out what maximum efficiency we can get. Of course, theoretical maximum efficiency by this undershot wheel. Maximum efficiency can be calculated by using this equation: d eta upon du is equal to 0. That is derivative of equation of efficiency with respect to speed of plates. When we take derivative, we can see the steps here. Finally, we come at the solution that v is equal to 2 times u. That is the jet velocity. When it is twice of the plate velocity, the efficiency will be maximum. If this condition is substituted in the equation of efficiency, we get efficiency as 0.5, that is 50%. So it is practically not getting the maximum efficiency more than 50%. So this is not the proper solution for runner of a turbine, isn't it? This is can be called as a runner of a turbine. When this is attached to a generator, it can generate electricity. But only theoretical 50% efficiency is not the good machine, isn't it? So what can be done? Instead of flat plates, suppose curved plates are attached there, where the jet is diverted by reverse angle theta. Okay, the same calculations we can do. The steps are same here. That is, force is calculated as mass upon time. Here again mass upon time is taken as rho into A into V, as if the plate is stationary, because number of plates are there one after other, the jet in front of jet rather. But inside the bracket, relative velocities we have to take. Initial relative velocity is v minus u at the point number 1, and final velocity at the point number 2 when jet leaves the plate. Okay, so this force equation comes out to be rho av v minus u 1 plus cos theta. Work done per second, it is multiplied by u. Efficiency is the divided by input energy per time, and finally we get the equation for efficiency for this case where the curved plates are mounted on a wheel as 2 times v minus u 1 plus cos theta into u divided by v square. Again, its derivative is taken with respect to u. Same equation or condition we get as velocity of jet should be equal to twice of the velocity of plate. If this is substituted in the efficiency equation, maximum efficiency expression comes out to be 1 plus cos theta divided by 2. So it depends on theta, how much we divert the jet in the backward direction. So when would be the maximum efficiency at what theta? Yes, when theta comes out to be 0, then cos theta comes out to be 1. 1 plus 1, that is 2 divided by 2, that is 1, that is 100%. Theta is equal to 0 means the jet is diverted exactly in backward 180 degrees. So it is a semicircular plate. So semicircular plates mounted on a wheel will give 100% efficiency when a jet strikes. Of course, this is theoretical efficiency. Some losses are considered, and to minimize the losses, something is done, we can get the maximum efficiency. This type of runner is in the Pelton wheel type of turbine. It is actual practically this is used. Okay, so this is the theory behind how impact of jet, this concept can be used to find out the efficiency of a particular runner of a turbine. In next lecture, we shall see step by step some numerical problems. Thank you.